Okay, in human muscle cells also anaerobic respiration occurs. Clear? In human muscle cells also anaerobic respiration occurs. So, and now anaerobic respiration, just remember that in yeast and human muscle cells we will study. Still there are several bacteria in mostly unicellular organisms anaerobic respiration occurs. Okay, in unicellular organisms the respiration is mostly anaerobic. Okay, so we will study here only yeast and human muscle cells. So how? So I am telling anaerobic respiration is of two types. Anaerobic respiration is again two types. What is it? Fermentation and another is lactic acid anaerobic respiration. Lactic acid anaerobic respiration. Okay. So first is anaerobic respiration mostly occurs in the unicellular organism. So how do you, first point is what is anaerobic respiration? The respiration which occurs in the absence of oxygen is called as anaerobic respiration. So it mostly occurs in the unicellular organisms. So next is, it is of two types. First is fermentation and next is lactic acid anaerobic respiration. So first we will see fermentation. All of you know what is fermentation. You have studied in your lower classes. So what is fermentation? Where does it occur? Okay. So in your 8th class you have studied about fermentation. Okay. So fermentation is a process which generally occurs in the yeast. Okay. So we are studying yeast. So yeast. How does yeast respires by anaerobic respiration? So yeast is respiring by anaerobic respiration. So yeast respires through anaerobic respiration and produce ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus water. These are the end products of anaerobic respiration. Very important. Okay. What are the end products of fermentation? Not end. What are the end products? End products. End products. Okay. Of what? End products of fermentation. Okay. What are the end products of fermentation? Fermentation is a type of respiration which occurs in the yeast. Okay, fermentation is a type of respiration which occurs in the yeast. It is a type of anaerobic respiration. The end products are ethanol, carbon dioxide and water. So the end products of yeast respiration, what after respiration you will get some end products. In human body, what are the end products we are getting? Carbon dioxide and water vapor and heat as the end products. But if you see in yeast, after respiration, the end products will be ethanol. It is nothing but ethyl alcohol. It is an alcohol. Okay. Carbon dioxide and water. Okay. These are the end products of fermentation. Okay. Very important 1 mark question. What are the end products of fermentation? Ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Anything you can write. It is an alcohol. That's why in preparation of beers, what we drink, beer, wine. So this process is used. Fermentation process is used. So ethanol is nothing but alcohol which we drink. Okay. So in preparation of beer we use yeast. Okay. And carbon dioxide, water. These are the end products of fermentation. Okay. So now I have a question for you. For example, if you see a baker, if you go to a bakery, they will be preparing some bread like thing or puffs. You may have seen, or your mother will be preparing some idli batter, dosa batter. For what does she do? She will mix the she will soak the dal and rice and she will grind it. After grinding, will she immediately put dosa for you, or she will keep the batter like that and next day she will keep? Next day she will use that batter, not on the same day. Even the bakers, they are mixing maida and preparing bread. How does the bread is so soft and fluffy? Or else if you are preparing a cake, how does the cake is becoming so soft? What are you using? You are adding baking powder and baking soda in the cake. So how does it is helping to make the cake soft and fluffy? You will prepare this much batter, but your cake will be this much large. You will add this much batter into the tin, but after the cake it will be this much large. Okay. Now if you see the idli or dosa batter you prepared, you will prepare this much, but the next day it will become this much. Why it is becoming more in quantity? Okay. You got the question? So why this is got more? Why it is more in quantity? Because release of carbon dioxide. Because in all that processes, fermentation is occurring. Okay. In dosa batter or idli batter, they contain some bacteria which will respire, or which will respiration తీసుకుని, that is anaerobic respiration, fermentation jarigi, what you will get, carbon dioxide gas is released. So this carbon dioxide gas is helping the dosa batter or idli batter to increase in the volume. Volume lo increase avataki help chestam. ఇప్పుడు మనం చూడండి, బ్రెడ్ తయారు చేసేటప్పుడు మైదా పిండి కలిపేసి దాంట్లో ఈస్ట్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. ఈస్ట్ యాడ్ చేసేసి కాసేపు పెట్టాక మైదా పిండి ఇంతే కలుపుతారు. ఒక గంట అయ్యాక మీరు చూస్తే ఆ పిండి ఇంత అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ ఈస్ట్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం వల్ల వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, ఫర్మెంటేషన్ జరిగి కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ అన్నది ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. దట్స్ వై ఇట్ ఈస్ మోర్ వాల్యూమ్ అన్నది ఎక్కువ అయిపోతుంది. అండ్ ఇథనాల్ కూడా రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది. అందుకే మనకు అదొక రకమైన వాసన వస్తుంది చూడండి. ఇడ్లీ పిండి ఇవాళ రుబ్బింది ఫ్రెష్గా ఉంటుంది, నెక్స్ట్ డేకి కొంచెం అదొక రకమైన వాసన వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ దిస్ ఇస్ డ్యూ టు ప్రొడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఇథనాల్ అండ్ కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ హెల్ప్స్ ఇన్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ద వాల్యూమ్. ఓకే, సో this fermentation principle has helped a lot of people. Okay, fermentation principle has helped a lot of people who like baker mostly in baking industry, mostly in the baking industry. So by using fermentation process, so nowadays cakes, breads, all these are prepared by using the fermentation process. Even in the for preparation of wines like beer is nothing but grape juice, fermented grape juice. So that same principle, fermentation process is being used in the preparation of beer. Okay, so understood? Even the dosa, idli batter, the same principle is applied. Fermentation process occurs. So who discovered fermentation process? This you need to answer me. You have studied already in your 8th class. Okay, so this is about fermentation. Next, is lactic acid production. Okay, lactic acid production. Lactic acid anaerobic respiration. Lactic acid anaerobic respiration. So what is the next process? So we have told that anaerobic respiration is two types. First one is fermentation, which we have studied in the yeast. Now we will study lactic acid anaerobic respiration. So lactic acid is produced in the human muscle cells. It's not that muscle cells will not carry aerobic respiration. Okay, see, muscle cells. Muscle cells, you know what is muscle? On the bone, on our bones, muscles are present. Okay, muscle cells carry both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay. So, muscle cells which are present in the human body will carry both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay. So, first we will discuss about in which conditions they will carry anaerobic respiration. ఏ కండిషన్స్లో మజిల్ సెల్స్ ఎనరోబిక్ రెస్పిరేషన్ చేసుకుంటాయి, ఏ కండిషన్స్లో ఏరోబిక్ రెస్పిరేషన్ జరుగుతుంది. సో ఐ టోల్డ్ దట్ ఏరోబిక్, దిస్ రెస్పిరేషన్ అక్కర్స్ ఇన్ ఆల్ ద సెల్స్ ఆఫ్ ద బాడీ. అన్ని సెల్స్ ఆఫ్ ద బాడీలో ఏరోబిక్ రెస్పిరేషన్ జరుగుతుంది. 98% ఏరోబిక్ రెస్పిరేషన్. కానీ హ్యూమన్ మజిల్ సెల్స్ they will carry anaerobic respiration in some situations. So what are the situations we will see. Okay. So in human muscle cells anaerobic respiration has occurred. In human muscle cells anaerobic respiration occurs. So when this anaerobic respiration occurs, okay, when this anaerobic respiration occurs, okay, see, when you are doing some exercises or push-ups or running, when you are running or when you are doing push-ups, sit-ups, sometimes we give punishment for you to take almost 200 sit-ups or to run fastly, or when you are doing some gym. So how do you feel? After completion of this, you will feel pain in your legs. Okay, definitely all of us will pain after doing vigorous exercises. We will feel pain inside our after doing vigorous exercises. We will feel pain in our body. Why do you think after doing vigorous exercises we will feel pain in your body, or in your hands, in your like here this part, in your legs? You will be feeling pain after doing vigorous exercise, or after lifting heavy loads you will be feeling pain in your muscles. Why? Because due to formation of lactic acid in your muscles. Okay, so when think you are doing push-ups or sit-ups, so what happens, your muscles will be working more. Okay, your muscles will be working more. So suppose you are doing sit-ups or push-ups. Okay, sit-ups or push-ups. So what happens? what happens? Your muscles will be working more. Your work, which is working more in your body, then at that time your muscles are working more. So they require continuous supply of oxygen. So your muscles will require continuous supply of oxygen. So continuous supply of oxygen. Okay, they need continuous supply of oxygen. So this can be, so from lungs, suppose I am doing with my hands. From lungs, oxygen will be coming through blood to your muscle. From lungs it will go to heart, from heart to blood, from blood to your muscle. This is taking somewhat time. Okay, understood? So air is entering into our lungs. Lungs are again giving oxygen to the blood. Blood is going to heart, from heart to your body parts. Okay. So from lungs directly blood is not coming. It will again go to heart, and heart will circulate the oxygenated blood to all your body parts. So this will take some time, and you are doing continuous exercises. Then the muscle cells, they will not wait for oxygen. They will not wait for the oxygen. What they will do is, they will carry anaerobic respiration inside the muscles. Okay? Understood? Muscles, if you are doing continuous exercises, the muscle cells need continuous supply of oxygen. But oxygen which we have to inhale, then the blood should take the oxygen, then the blood should go to heart, from heart it should be supplied to different parts of the body. It takes some fraction of time, it takes some greater time. Okay, so but the muscle cells immediately require energy, because you are continuously working. Yeah, your muscle cells are continuously working, so they immediately need energy. So what they do is, they go for anaerobic respiration. So okay, suppose this is your muscle. I'll just draw like this. Okay, suppose you think this is your muscle. So inside this muscle you will have several cells. Okay. So now you are doing push-ups. Or you are doing weightlifting or something. So these muscles will be continuously working, and they need continuous energy, that is continuous ATP. So from lungs, this is our lungs. So here I will write just lungs. So from lungs, the blood should go to it. Still easy. So this is our muscle. So you are continuously working, and the cells continuously need what? ATP. Cells continuously needs ATP for their work. So air should enter lungs. From lungs it should go to heart. From heart it will come to your muscle. That is your hand muscle. This is your hand. Okay, this is your hand muscle. So it is taking some time, but the cells need immediately energy. So what they do is, they go for lactic acid anaerobic respiration. So how does it occur? Clear? Now, so inside the cell, that is inside the muscle cell, so this is our muscle cell. Okay, muscle cell. So the glucose, so what happens? Glucose immediately brain converts into pyruvate. No? Glucose after entering into the cell, it converts into pyruvate. So pyruvate is present inside the cell. Now this pyruvate, is converted converted into lactic acid. Lactic acid plus during this process 2 ATP are formed. 2 ATP are formed. Okay. Pyruvate is immediately converted into lactic acid and ATP energy is released. Okay, energy is released. So, muscle cells will be converting pyruvate into lactic acid and getting the ATP for continuous working. Meanwhile, the aerobic oxygen will be coming in from the heart. Okay. Here, see, this is your muscle cells. So, they need continuous supply of ATP. So, it is taking time for oxygen to come. It is taking time for oxygen to come. So, meanwhile, it needs energy, no? So, what it does, it converts pyruvate into lactic acid and releases ATP. Okay, it will be continuously converting pyruvate into lactic acid and releasing ATP. How many ATP? 2 ATP. So, it is getting immediate energy. And meanwhile, the oxygen will be coming and aerobic respiration will also be occurring. Okay. So, for immediate energy, the muscle cells, what they do? They will carry on lactic acid anaerobic respiration. During this process, pyruvate which is present in the cell cytoplasm, is converted into lactic acid and 2 ATP are generated. Okay, 2 ATP are generated. Now, the lactic acid becomes crystals. Lactic acid now which is formed is deposited as crystals on the muscles, on the cells. Like I told you, this is your, so this is your muscle. In this you have your cells like this. So in this now the lactic acid has formed. Okay, the lactic acid has formed. This will be deposited as crystals on in the cells. Okay, like this. So due to this you will get pain in the muscles. That's why after doing vigorous exercise you will feel pain, because lactic acid which is forms is a deposit. It forms as crystals and is deposited in your cells. After few hours or 2 to 3 days or 4 to 5 days, this gets dissolved in the blood. Then your pain is gone. After lactic acid is dissolved inside the blood, your pain is gone. Until the crystals are present in your cell, you will be feeling pain when you are doing vigorous exercise. That's why we will feel pain when we do vigorous exercise, because in the muscle cells lactic acid is formed. This lactic acid will be deposited as crystals. That's why we are feeling pain. After some times, means after it depends upon the body. Some may take 2 days, some may take 3-4 days, some may take 1 week. So it gets dissolved in the blood, then you will be free of pain. Okay. So that's what anaerobic respiration. Clear? Anaerobic respiration is of 2 types. One is fermentation, one is lactic acid anaerobic respiration. So just I will give you a brief. What is anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic respiration is a process in which the respiration occurs in the what? Absence of oxygen. So what is anaerobic respiration? Respiration occurs, anaerobic respiration. Okay. So what is anaerobic respiration? Respiration occurs in absence of oxygen. That is called as anaerobic respiration. Now, it is of 2 types. It is of 2 types. What is that? like, or you can write second point is it mainly occurs in unicellular organisms. Though it is so most of the unicellular organisms will follow anaerobic respiration. It's not that it is only unicellular. Human muscle cells are not unicellular organisms. So mostly, that's why I am using it's mainly, or you can write it mostly occurs in unicellular organisms. Okay, next. It is of how many types? It is two types. What are they? First one is fermentation. Next one is lactic acid anaerobic respiration. Okay. So in fermentation we have studied about yeast. So in yeast fermentation occurs. So what are the end products? Very important. The question is very important. End products of fermentation. So in yeast what is occurring? Fermentation process is occurring. So what are the end products after fermentation has occurred? Aim of the last end products you are getting ethanol or ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Okay, plus energy. Okay, we will get so carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Okay, like you remove this or write like this. Water is not considered. Water will be also released, but is not given your textbook. So what will be the end products of fermentation? Ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. So yeast is getting energy by what process? Fermentation process. The end products are ethanol, that is ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. So this process has changed the microbiology industry. Microbiology has changed due to fermentation processes. So baking industries, wine industries, all these have got benefited due to fermentation processes. So while you are so I have given you an example. While preparing the bread, bakers are using yeast in the flour. Why? To increase the volume of the flour. Why it is increased? Due to carbon dioxide. Yeast undergo fermentation process and releases ethanol and carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide help in increase the volume of the dough. Dough ante pindi. And ethanol is causing a little sweetish bitter taste. Okay. So yeast is respiring that like that. So if you go to lactic acid. So if you go to lactic acid anaerobic respiration. Okay. Lactic acid anaerobic respiration. So what is happening in lactic acid anaerobic respiration? So human muscle cells, when you are doing continuous exercises, the muscle cells continuously need supply of energy. So the oxygen will be coming from the lungs to heart, heart to your muscle. It will take some time to reach your muscle cell. But the muscle cell will not wait for the oxygen. What it will do, whatever the glucose has been converted into pyruvate, whatever the pyruvate is present in the muscle cell, it is converted into, the pyruvate is converted into what? Lactic acid. The pyruvate is converted into lactic acid. Okay, and pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy is released. How much energy is released? 2 ATP. How much energy is released? 2 ATP. Okay. How much energy is released? 2 ATPs are released. Okay. So human muscle cells will be continuously doing this. Okay. Continuously making from pyruvate to lactic acid and release energy. Meanwhile, the oxygen will be also coming and aerobic respiration will also be occurring. So all this process occurs inside the cytoplasm. Because where is pyruvate? Pyruvate is present in the cytoplasm. So pyruvate is converted into lactic acid in the cytoplasm and energy is released. Okay. So all the anaerobic respiration process occurs in the cytoplasm. Okay. So whether it may be a fermentation process or lactic acid respiration. So anaerobic respiration occurs in the cytoplasm and you will get only 2 ATP. Very important is from anaerobic respiration you are getting only 2 ATP. Clear? Okay. Thank you.